They now walk the dusty streets of a forgotten border community in northern Mexico. 3 years ago, Valente and Grace Sobrevilla traded a comfortable life in the interior of Mexico for a home in Reynosa. Since 1991, Mission Discovery has brought teams from the U.S. to partner with pastors like Valente and Grace. Teams have built over 800 homes in the border towns of Reynosa, Rio Bravo, and Tecate. 70 of those are in the Sobrevilla's neighborhood. Thousands come to this border city in hopes of finding work, or even better, a chance to slip across the Rio Grande River and to the prosperity of the United States. But jobs are few, and families struggle to get by, building homes out of shipping pallets and plastic.
We, I include myself, have a big need in the community for potable water. We don't have potable water. The governor has promised better streets and drainage. We still have families that need homes, and we are praying for them.
As a young girl, Grace traveled with her dad, a pastor, ministering to people in their neighborhood. But her new husband, Valente, was a businessman, and so...
My husband was a business professional. We had a very nice house. We didn't lack for material needs. We always had plenty of food. We were very comfortable. A reason for coming to Reynosa was the calling of the pastor's life. I prayed to God to give him a call in his life. He wasn't a pastor. He didn't have the same call in his life that I did. But I prayed, and after 15 years, God answered my petition, and that's the reason that we are here.
She's a very, his support, she is always with him, and together, it's a team that they go and they talk about the Lord and serve him.
And this is the answer to her prayer, a simple house. The nearest running water, 2 blocks away. And a congregation of the poor whose offerings are small.
The work here is not easy. We've had to battle against the schemes of the enemy. When we began construction of the church, we were assaulted 2 times. The most incredible story is about a man who lived near the church. I didn't realize this, but he didn't like me because I was a pastor. Then one day, after we became friends, he came to me and said, "Pastor, I wanted to kill you. I couldn't stand you. But now that I've seen the work that you've done here, I've repented, and I ask you to forgive me." We've since been able to help this man receive a house. He and his family are seeking God, and his children are involved in our vacation Bible school activities. Now he is a friend.
Days are busy for the Sobrevillas.
A typical day for me, once I get up, I have my prayers and ask that God will help me with my work at the house and for the church.
I'm a father first. My first priority is to my children before the church.
He's a very active, godly man. I think he's the perfect pastor for this area. He knows these people.
Yesterday, we were at the hospital visiting 2 church members.
When my husband is in the house, we like to read the Bible together.
I study and prepare for services. We are not isolated. We are in a relationship with other pastors in the city. Yesterday, we thought we would have a day off. We thought we weren't going to have to work.
And he's ready to serve the Lord here.
But Mission Discovery came and said, "Let's finish the roofs of the houses." And I said, "Okay, let's go finish the roofs." It's glorious because we just adapt to each situation.
The pastor's dreams for his community?
Our vision is to open a church to meet the needs of this new colonia. In this community, there are no churches. We want to have a community center, a training center for the pastors, a feeding center for the children. We want to have dormitories for Mission Discovery teams and the pastors that will come for training. It's a great property for this vision.
Pastor, it sounds like you work really hard. When do you rest?
I don't know.
No sabemos.
We don't know.
Y yo pienso que Él me va a dar la
I believe that sometime in the future, God is going to give my wife and I the opportunity to rest.
Por lo pronto,
But right now we can't. We have to press on.
adelante.
I just wish there was a way we could do more. It just seems like there's never enough done to help the need.
Bendito Dios,
Dear Lord,
Señor, nuevamente.
once again we're at this property to give you the honor and glory first.
La gloria a ti primeramente. Padre, tu
Father, you know the desire that we have in our mind and in our hearts,
corazón, y ahora se suma otro proyecto.
and now we would like to take on another project, the construction of a deep well so that the community could have water to meet the needs of the community.
Las necesidades de la comunidad, Señor. Queremos que haya mucha
We need the
agua
water
en este
here
lugar
for the
para
well-being
el
of all
bien
the
de toda
people.
la gente. Abre ventanas de bendición para
Open
tus
the window of
familias,
your
para
blessing
tus
for your
iglesias,
families,
en donde quiera
for your
que estén.
churches,
En el
wherever your
nombre de
people
Cristo
are.
Jesús te
In
damos
Jesus'
gracias.
name.
Amén.
Jesus said, "Inasmuch as you have done it unto one of the least of these, you have done it unto me."